After a nearly month-long protest that took place at Jantar Mantar, that protest being called off, of course, on the weekend following the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, now the focus has shifted to the Parliament, where I'm currently at Vijay Chowk. And in fact, we've seen stormy scenes of protests continue to take place even today, because the government, which had brought in the bill to actually give in stringent punishment as far as any kind of paper leaks or such incidents are concerned, that bill being brought up in the House, but the opposition was not relenting. They have stalled the proceedings, saying that first, responsibility must be taken by the government, that there should be a statement as far as the action on the protesting students are concerned and as far as the alleged police excesses are concerned. That was the stand taken by the opposition parties. So right through the day, we've seen how Parliament has been disrupted and both houses, of course, being adjourned until tomorrow. In fact, Lok Sabha was functioning until 5 p.m. but 5 p.m. once again we saw the disruptions take place. Take a look at what happened inside the House.
I rise to move for leave to introduce the Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026 to amend the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Bill 2024.
बच्चों के लिए, युवाओं के लिए, छात्रों का जिंदगी के लिए ये महत्वपूर्ण बिल है। जानबूझ करके कांग्रेस पार्टी और उसके कुछ साथी जानबूझ करके आज इतना महत्वपूर्ण बिल पे चर्चा होने नहीं दे रहे हैं। पहले दिन तो वो कह रहे थे कि चर्चा करना चाहिए, एग्जाम का मामला है, बच्चों का मामला है। अब जब चर्चा करने के लिए इतना महत्वपूर्ण बिल लेकर के जब आया है, फिर भी ये कर रहे हैं, ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहे हैं। मैं कांग्रेस के साथियों को कहना चाहता हूँ, ऐसा काम मत कीजिए कि आपका जो इमेज है बहुत गिर चुका है।
हम चर्चा से डरने वाले नहीं हैं, चर्चा करने को तैयार हैं, लेकिन होम मिनिस्टर सदन में आके स्टेटमेंट करना चाहिए। और उन्होंने जो लाठी चार्ज बच्चों को जो मारा।
All right, and what really is contained inside this bill? Well, the bill has provisions for jail terms that increase from 3 to 5 years to about 5 to 10 years as well. Fines increasing from 10 lakh rupees to up to 10 crore rupees, and even provisions for investigations to take place faster within 3 months, for the special courts to try such cases within the span of 3 months as well. So several such provisions that are there as far as this new law is concerned. Of course, we've seen opposition political parties come out and say that this bill is certainly the need of the hour, but of course at the same time insisting that the government must be held accountable. Listen into their statements.
अभी तो फिलहाल जो छात्र नौजवानों के साथ कई जगह पर सरकार केस करा रही है, मुकदमे लिखा रही है। सरकार को चेतना को चुनौती नहीं देनी चाहिए, और सरकार के लिए चेतना ही चुनौती बन गई। और अभी तो बात हम सब पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लीडर बैठ के बात करेंगे क्या तय करना है।
I don't think the government is in a position to tell us anything right now. I think what we have seen is the only step one. We have seen the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, delayed as it were. What is most important now is accountability from the Home Ministry. Either Amit Shah gave the orders, in which case he must answer, and B, if he is the minister and he didn't give the orders, then also he must answer.
Prime Minister has only taken superficial, cosmetic steps. I don't think he is serious about educational reforms. He has announced a committee, but what happened to the committee that was announced 2 years ago under K. Radhakrishnan? Simply said, the Prime Minister does not want to reform the Indian education system because it is the RSS's objective to put their people in positions of power and authority as vice chancellors and principals and control the future of our Indian minds.
Let's quickly introduce our panelists now. Joining us live at the moment, we have Dr. Nishant Anand, National Spokesperson of the Congress Party. We have Professor Dinesh Vashni, leader of the CPI. We have Nirva Mehta, Editor-in-Chief of the Pamphlet. Also with us is Amitabh Tiwari, author. Let me start first and foremost with you, with Dr. Nishant Anand. And the big question is this, that ultimately the demand of the students was for stringent laws. The government has shown its intent by bringing in this new amendment, which increases drastically the fines, the penalties, the jail terms, and of course reduces also radically the amount of time that would be taken for investigation and for trial. Why is the opposition continuing to disrupt Sansad, and is stalling Sansad then justified?
Good evening to all. See, first of all, one resignation is not enough. And what opposition is saying, that it's a shame on a government that treats its own students like enemies of the state. And shame on BJP that uses police force against young job seekers. Now, if we see today in Bihar, Sivani, AK-47 was used. Pellet guns has been used. Tear gas has been used, and lathi charge has been done. The question here is, who give the approval to the cops to use AK-47 on the students, pellet guns on the students? Now, if you see, there was a boy who's been attacked by the pellet guns, has lost his eye. We are asking who is responsible for it. A minister stepping down is an admission of guilt, not a gift to the nation. And the fight does not end here. We have two simple, non-negotiable demands that we've been asking, that Prime Minister Modi must publicly apologize to the students who bled on the street. Every officer who ordered violence against peaceful student protesters must be punished. And now India is watching. Then Modi ji can make reels at 12 p.m. in the night, but he is not able to come to the parliament to face the opposition. See, India's youth made that very sound.
Let me get in Nirva Mehta, Editor-in-Chief of the Pamphlet. Nirva Mehta, what would you respond to them? There are guns, there are violence that are being used against students. Bihar AK-47 videos, of course, have gone viral. And now we're looking at a situation where there is admission of the use of pellet guns as far as protesters are concerned in the national capital. All of this is unacceptable. The government has to account for the same as the opposition. Your response, Nirva?
Correct. The Bihar cop has been suspended, right? Further, I think to be adamant that the government apologizes or for the police action and not letting the debate on the bill go through, it just shows the political grandstanding of the opposition. That it shows that they are not really for the cause of the students who were rightly protesting against the paper leaks, because paper leaks is a serious issue. But the opposition not letting the bill being discussed just because they want that these demands should be met, that I think that is unfair, because this is unfortunately not the first time the police had to indulge in lathi charge when the UPA government was in power. We all have been there. We all have seen when the India Against Corruption movement, when the Anna Andolan, Nirbhaya protests, all those protests, police had used excess power. Even at that time, none of the ministers had apologized.
Where were pellet guns and AK-47s used in the Anna Andolan? Where were pellet guns and AK-47 used, ma'am?
Correct. So the Bihar cop has been suspended, the one who was seen with the gun, and obviously the pellet guns which have been used, they should be accounted for, but that should not be the blockade. That should not be the roadblock that you don't continue with the debate itself. That should be part of your discourse, that accountability should be held.
Not coming to the parliament. He can make a reel at 11 p.m. in the night. Why is he not coming to the parliament? Why is the Home Minister hiding? Where is he hiding? Did he give the orders to fire AK-47? Did he give the orders to use pellet guns and tear gas? That's what opposition is asking. Why are they afraid of? They don't want to take accountability. The nation will take the accountability. He can answer on Instagram. He can make a reel.
Ask those questions, but let the debate on the bill happen.
He can apologize to the nation in make a reel.
Ask those questions, but let the debate and discussion on the bill happen. The students are the future, right? The students are the future, right? This all was happening. This all took place because of the students.
Prime Minister Modi hiding? Where is the Home Minister hiding? Why are they not answering? See, understand.
Allow
the
me to come in now.
government
Allow me to come in. This is not the first time we're seeing a deadlock. We've seen the entire last week being wiped out. But let me bring in Amitabh Tiwari on that note. Amitabh Tiwari, this is neither the first time nor the last time that the government is being held accountable inside the House. The point being made by opposition is that what is the response as far as the alleged police excesses that took place in the national capital? Is that a fair reason for, holding up the House or holding up this very important bill, which is what the citizens, which is what the student protesters have been demonstrating for nearly a month? Amitabh.
Yeah, so essentially, we have to see that there are two sets of demands. One demand was from the students and the other from the opposition. The demands of the students have been met in a sense that an agreement has been reached with the Cockroach Janata Party and its representatives. The violence against students, the FIRs which have been generated against them, all of this has been tackled in the agreement which the government has done with the students. Now comes the question of the opposition. Now the opposition perhaps feels that it has not got the credit of the student protests, and somehow this credit has been taken by the Cockroach Janata Party. That's number one. Number two is the fact that while the demands are genuine of violence and quashing of FIR, these have already been tackled in the agreement with the Cockroach Janata Party. Even if the opposition feels that these demands have not been taken and these need to be discussed, these can be adequately discussed in the parliament and should not be made a reason for the parliament not to function, because we have an important bill on NEET or rather the exam leaks, where the government is proposing a higher fine and imprisonment for people who are convicted of these. And I think the
all right, Amitabh, I request you to stay on because Dinesh Vashti joins us, as does Lair Singh Siroya, member of parliament of the BJP. Lair Singh Siroya ji, जो कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता है, उनका कहना है that there has to be accountability fixed as to who ordered the excessive use of force, including pellet guns in the national capital, including AK-47 that we're seeing in Bihar. There has to be accountability because certainly we can't allow for this kind of weaponry being used against protesting students. Your response, क्या जवाब देंगे आप कांग्रेस पार्टी को?
निश्चित रूप से सरकार इस बात की जांच कराएगी और जो भी दोषी होगा उनको सजा दी जाएगी। और लेकिन ये नैरेटिव जो बनाया जा रहा है वो ठीक नहीं है। और जहाँ तक जो ये चल रहा है देश में, एक तो मैं इनको कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता को बताना चाहूँगा कि आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी ने जो अपने युवाओं को अपना प्रतिनिधि बताते थे, उनको युवाओं ने उन पर विश्वास नहीं किया। आज भी करोड़ों युवक आज नरेंद्र मोदी जी पर विश्वास करते हैं और आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी पर उन्होंने बिल्कुल भरोसा नहीं किया और उन्होंने बोस्टन से किसी को बुला करके उन पर अपना और वांगचुक जी को उन्होंने अपना प्रतिनिधि बनाना ठीक समझा। तो मैं समझता हूँ कांग्रेस के लिए बड़े सोचने की बात है कि वो कांग्रेस अपना ऑपोजिशन स्पेस खोती जा रही है और हमारे लिए चिंता का विषय है, क्योंकि उनको सदन में चर्चा करने का खूब मौका मिला था। अगर सदन में चर्चा होती तो शायद उनका इस्तीफा जो बाद में वह पहले भी हो सकता था और इसमें और भी सरकार की जो कमियां रही होगी या डिपार्टमेंट में जो भी दोष रहे होंगे उन पर व्यापक चर्चा हो सकती थी। तो मैं समझता हूँ कांग्रेस को ये इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करने की आवश्यकता है। अगर ऐसा ही रहता रहा तो ये देश के लिए अच्छा नहीं होगा। कि विरोधी पक्ष जो है सक्षम होना चाहिए और सरकार की कमियों को उनको दिखाने के लिए सदन में आना चाहिए और सर्विस भी करना चाहिए।
Taking the accountability of AK-47. He is not taking the accountability of 5 children who are in ICU. He is not taking the accountability
Mr.
of
Dinesh Vashti.
93 deaths.
Professor Dinesh Vashti, I want you to respond to that. That opposition could have come and put across its point of view. Just a second, please, Professor Vashti.
Look, we are of the opinion that running the house is the responsibility of the government. The government itself do not want to run the house itself is clear. When first the opposition approached the Lok Sabha Speaker, he refused to have the discussion in the parliament or the paper. They could agree only when the youth came on the streets of the country and the city in the Uttar. Now, police is making the brutal attack on the students on 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, even 24th night. Now we have come to know, just now I got a call from my party office also, the police is approaching those students, police is harassing those students, trying to launch an FIR, asking for their sources, who has funded and all these things. those who have brought the poster, memes, or have shouted slogans in the leading role. They have been approached. You see what happened to Junaid. He has been taken to Missouri. For what nonsense? He was only offering food to the people in the Jantar Mantar. What is this nonsense? You are using pellet guns. One of the newspaper has confirmed today that there were 5 rounds of shots of pellet guns fired. 3 approached, 3 hurt the students, 2 went on ground. What is this? You are using AK-47? Are you killing the rebellion, or are you killing your own students?
Food for protesters was stopped, pellet guns being used. What is the government doing? We demand an answer. This is a statement of the opposition. Please respond to them.
देखिए, अच्छा होता अगर आज सदन चलने दिया जाता तो सारे ऊपर व्यापक चर्चा होती और सरकार भी अपना पक्ष रखती और सरकार ने इस पर क्या कदम उठाए उनके बारे में बताती। अब ये इंडिविजुअली एक आदमी को बताना संभव नहीं है। अगर सदन में आते माननीय खड़गे जी और राहुल गांधी जी सदन में आते, सदन चलने देते तो इन सारी बातों का जवाब मिलता और ये आपके टीवी चैनल के थ्रू बात नहीं की जाती। अब ये ऑपोजिशन का ये हाल रह गया है।
All right. There is a statement coming in. In fact, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, Mr. Lair Singh. There's a breaking update coming in. CJP's Ashutosh Ranka has said that if FIRs are not withdrawn by tomorrow and protesters are not released, CJP will be forced to call for the protest again. Government sources have said that they are looking into it and that peaceful protesters won't face any action. Let's try and go across to Pragya for more on this. Pragya, this is a big development coming in because the CJP on the one hand saying that if FIRs are not withdrawn by tomorrow and if protesters are not released, they are going to once again call for a protest and dharna. And government is saying that they are looking into that peaceful protesters won't face any action. This is a very, very big update coming in at this point of time. What really will the government do then becomes extremely important. Lair Singh जी, ये बहुत important विषय है क्योंकि एक तरफ CJP कह रही है कि वो फिर से धरने पे बैठ सकते हैं और दूसरी तरफ सरकार कह रही है वो उस पूरे मामले का संज्ञान लेते हुए they are going to take action, but the investigations are continuing. The FIRs have not been withdrawn at this point of time. Mr. Lair Singh, what will the government do?
मैं सरकार में तो नहीं हूँ, लेकिन सरकार की तरफ से आपको विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूँ कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार किसी भी छात्रों के खिलाफ जो मुकदमे उनको वापस लेगी, लेकिन अगर कोई एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट उसमें पाया जाता है तो उस पर तो विचार करना पड़ेगा, देश को भी विचार करना पड़ेगा और हमारे को सबको विचार करना पड़ेगा। इन आंदोलनों का जो बच्चों का आंदोलन होता है उसके फायदा उठा करके एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट्स अगर उसमें घुस जाते हैं और गुंडागिर्दी करते हैं तो उसमें छात्रों का भी नुकसान होता है, इश्यू का भी नुकसान होता है। और जहां तक एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का सवाल है और नीट के एग्जाम का सवाल है, हम भी चिंतित हैं, मैं भी चिंतित हूँ, मेरे भी 6-5 ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन हैं, वो भी कॉलेज में जाते हैं, हम सब लोग चिंता करते हैं इस बात की। लेकिन इसका सदन में चर्चा करने के बाद में सरकार के कर्मियों तो उनको हम चर्चा करके दूर करने का प्रयास करेंगे और इसमें सोसाइटी का सबका जिम्मेदारी बनता है कि ये पेपर लीक क्षम अपराध है। आदरणीय मोदी जी बार बार इस बारे में कह चुके हैं और उन्होंने एक टास्क फोर्स बनाई है आदरणीय नरेंद्र नीलकंठ जी के नेतृत्व में और अच्छे प्रभावी लोगों को से जोड़ा है। हमें सबको इंतजार करनी चाहिए, कानून अपना काम करेगा और मैं आदरणीय मोदी जी की तरफ से पूरा विश्वास दिलाता हूँ कांग्रेस को भी और देश को भी कि किसी को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा और आगे नकल नहीं हो सकेगी।
Let me get a quick response from my colleague Pragya, who's joining us on the phone line. Pragya, what does this mean? Are we likely to see a discussion happen in the House? Is the government likely to give a statement? What is going to happen? Because this appears to be a sort of a deadlock between the CJP and the government 48 hours after the strike was called off. They're threatening to once again sit on dharna.
Madhav, what the government sources have told us is that they're looking into it, the tweet that Mr. Ranka has done. And in fact, they have also reiterated that peaceful protesters won't face any action. So, there is also a clause of peaceful protesters though, but it is yet to be seen whether the government will also reach out to CJP protesters tomorrow or today or not. It's also to be seen by the government, and also we are also looking at the government side, what is their stand, but they're saying that they're looking into it, but not so much of reaction from the government, Madhav, except that government is going to do nothing to the peaceful protesters.
All right, so the response at this point of time is that nothing will happen as far as peaceful protesters are concerned. Dr. Nishant Anand, that assurance coming in, but and of course the BJP member of parliament on our panel also saying that opposition parties, including the Congress party, should come to parliament and put across their point of view in a democratic fashion inside the House. Your response to that?
See, firstly, Modi ji and Home Minister Amit Shah should come to the parliament so that he can answer. See, the Prime Minister thought Gen Z was only interested in making Instagram reels. But now BJP knows they can make a reel of BJP too. And Modi ji guarantee has zero warranty. Now, he said about fast track court. 2 points I will raise here. The day he mentioned about fast track court, the same day, the CBI released Sanjeev Kaushik, the main accused in 2024 NEET exam. Point number 2, today there was a court date of this fast track case regards to the NEET. The CBI did not show up today. So this is how people are taking seriously of Prime Minister Modi. Modi ji coming online and telling the India that fast track courts will be set up and we will take actions. And today when it comes on the court, nobody was present. See, the youth refused to bow down to Modi. And in the end, the students who broke, it was the government error that has collapsed. Students have called out Narendra Modi directly. There is a famous line by Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And Modi ji and BJP has to change now.
Okay, Nirva Mehta, respond to that. Fast track courts, day one of it, not so fast after all. Even the CBI didn't turn up for that hearing. Your response to Dr. Nishant Anand, because he says all this shows, while the government is promising a lot, the delivery is a completely different story.
See, regarding the 2024 case, I think the Congress spokesperson is mistaking bail for acquittal. Bail does not mean acquittal in the case. Right. So having said that, day one, it's a formal state reference of the High Court order. Maybe give them little more time. This is among the fastest CBI transfers in the history of competitive exams. So the local action was critical and it is not a waste of time. So I think while the fast track court has been set up, I think to expect absolute immediate response also is unfair. Having said that, I think Professor Varshney, I would like to talk to him about one thing about Junaid being probed for funding. Why not? He is not coming from wealth. He has been providing food and water for free to the protesters at Jantar Mantar for 30 days. If he has nothing to hide, if the funding or whatever who had paid for the food, why is it called harassment? Why can it not be a regular? If he has nothing to hide, he should be open to investigation.
This is
What
very
is to be investigated, ma'am? Isn't it a fact that there were restrictions on these delivery apps that Delhi police had put in place?
There are no confirmed reports on the Delhi police have denied having these restrictions.
Nirmal, question for you.
And those who... Anji?
Okay. Professor Varshney, respond to that.
Look, madam, the Delhi police even denied the firing of the pellet guns. Delhi police even denied the lathi charges. They say mild force. I heard that the very first lathi charge happened at 12:30 p.m. on 20th in front of the Parliament police station for no reason. For no reason. Students were only shouting slogans. Many of the people have asked. Later on, even Omar Abdullah came in front of me. I was there. I saw students were shouting only slogans. Similarly, you have the students are singing a national anthem and you are lathi charging them. You are searching a pretext to lathi charge them, to destabilize the demonstration, to destabilize the demands of the students. Therefore, it is a definite attempt. As far as funding is concerned, I must tell everybody here, the people of the country and the media also, that the funding happened by the people of India. The funding happened by the parents of the students, sons and daughters of India.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave it there. We're completely out of time. I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us this evening. Dr. Nishant Anand, as well as Professor Dinesh Varshney, Nirva Mehta, Amitabh Tiwari and Leher Singh. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening.